I'm doing good. How are you?
Well, because I don't know with you. Well, everybody else already had all their little stuff. Well, I have all the little things I have here. I have.
Do I need to take my jacket off? Or?
No, I have to do.
Okay.
I don't know if you're still recording, but just so you know, if you go to courtroom, you may not record.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, for sure. I always have Steve. Whatever my language out there.
Okay.
Cool, thanks.
That's the way the YMCA, I get all this stuff, and the old state hospital, I get all this stuff. They call me, I do all that. They call all that. He was what? Yeah, he's like, oh, that's crap.
County assessor. Hey, how's it going? I'm just kind of looking around. That's a funny sign. I like that. That's interesting. You guys doing a bit of a remodel or something?
We're just having our office painted.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
Are you doing stuff for the courthouse or what?
Just looking around
For?
to see what's around. I've never been here before.
I mean, it's just kind of odd that.
Yeah, I like seeing the buildings that I pay for, and never been in this one, so I want to check it out. Is that supposed to be like I'm interested about the safe door. This used to be like a place they kept money or something, or?
It used to be, well, this used to actually be the restroom area, yeah.
Like a really secure restroom?
Well, I mean, it used to be the vault and everything too, but yeah.
Okay, so is this kind of like a relic, or so then they just decided to keep it, or?
Yep,
Okay.
just actually I think all of the offices have the vault door and everything.
Oh, really?
So.
Neato. That's super neat. Which might be stirring up some trouble.
She wants me to take full part of the government. Like, what's that gonna do for you, kid? You got court to deal with, you deal with court.
Exactly.
That's what it is. Do I want you to, she's got 2 kids born within 10 months.
Oh, wow.
But she lost the other 2 to state Texas. She got 2 little boys now.
Wow.
Right. Well,
What's
we're
her
in
name?
the front seat of a car on the side of the highway.
Wow, what's her name?
Hazel?
Hazel, what's her last name?
stupidest thing he ever done. What she did? Over there.
She lived here now.
She used it. She did it for the last couple of years.
What you up to? You doing all right?
No, it ain't. I follow her. She's 82 years old.
Probably anywhere that she has to go, you can probably take her, so.
Yeah, I told her that. She's gonna have it tomorrow. She likes to go out and her own bills. She's gonna like to do little bills.
I know you said she likes to keep going.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. She's on the walker.
Hello. No, I'm fine. Thanks, though.
I didn't realize she did. Yeah, she don't know that. Yeah. They're all right. I'll even take it. I'll trade it in for a truck. She gave it to me today. I just took it.
Would you, a little truck or a big truck?
No, they can, like all that. Actually, that's, yeah. Yeah, it was a call that. Yeah, I got it back in '09. That's what it is.
Excuse me, Vicky.
Yes.
Do you know where Suite 10 is? Okay, is Brent Baines? You're Brent Baines, custodian of records. I'd like to make a public record. I'd like to make a public record request.
Okay, what would you like?
I wanted records from the Office of Licensing in Clinton, Missouri.
Okay.
Yeah, I wanted some security camera footage from March 21st at 1 p.m. until 1:30 p.m.
At Clinton, Missouri?
Yeah.
Okay, and you think that I have access to be able to get that?
No, I think my understanding of the Sunshine Law
Yeah.
is that when I make the public records request to a custodian, then they can get it to the appropriate custodian in order to get those records back to me. So even though you don't have those records, I give the request to you, you get the request to whoever can get me those records.
May I write something down?
Sure.
Okay. Can you give me that date again and time?
March 21st.
March 21st. This year.
Yeah, this year, 2024.
Okay.
And that's at 1 p.m.
1 p.m.
to 1:30 p.m.
to 1:30 p.m. This is a public records
The,
request.
yeah.
See. Okay. And this was for Clinton?
Clinton, Missouri, the licensing department there. I forget what they call it here in the state. Is it Department of Licensing?
Clinton, Missouri, like the DMV? Is that what
Yeah,
you're talking
basically,
about?
yeah. But you guys don't call it the DMV here, right? It's
We
called
do.
like the licensing department?
We call
Oh,
Department of Motor Vehicle, that's what we call it.
okay.
And maybe some.
It's not what's on the...
Refer to it as license bureau.
Or License
Yeah.
Bureau.
Okay, I think that's one that's on the sign of their place. Yeah,
So,
which is on Ohio Street. I could pull up the address if you need it.
I mean.
Unless that's enough information for you to get it. And I just need the security camera footage for that time.
Okay, well, I'm gonna check into this because I'm not 100% sure on this.
About what exactly?
I mean, I don't have anything to do with that department, so I was just gonna
Okay,
check
yeah.
into it.
Okay, cool. Yeah, it's my understanding that you just kind of forward the request on to the appropriate department, but I can submit the request to any government agency or
Okay.
custodian of records.
will,
But I could be wrong, but that's
so-
my understanding of it.
I'm gonna forward this on,
Uh-huh.
but are you gonna get back with me? Are you gonna give me some contact information from you?
I have an email you can get back to me at.
What is that?
There is no truth.
What?
There is no truth.
How do you spell there?
THERE.
I didn't. There is no
Yep,
truth
correct. At gmail.com.
at gmail.com.
Cool.
Okay.
And I'd also like the names and salaries of the people in the office.
Okay. So if I just forward this on and give them this information,
Uh-huh.
I mean, that's all it would be,
Right.
is me telling you, hey, I forwarded this on.
Okay. And then they would have so many days to get back to me by law.
Yeah, I mean, a public records request is 3 days, 3 business days.
3 business days? Okay, great. So I should hear from them within 3 business days as to...
May I ask you a question?
Yeah, sure.
How come you don't contact them?
Because I'm here.
Okay.
Not to be a smartass, it really is that simple.
No.
I just happened to be here, and
want a phone number?
I requested to them at the office, and they refused. So that's part of the ongoing issue, and so it may end up in civil remedy, which is why I want the security camera footage to show that I went there and made a public records request, and they denied it
Okay.
because they say that they're not a public agency. But we'll see. If I can get public
They're-
records, then obviously they're a public agency.
They're, actually,
They're operated by a private LLC,
yeah,
but they receive government funds to do so,
right.
which makes them a public office, public entity. Therefore,
Yeah.
I should be able to get public records.
Well, I am going to,
So that's where I'm going about it, the way I'm going about it.
I'm gonna check into this and,
Okay.
and then, so, what's today? April 4th? What's that, 11:45? Okay. You check into this, okay?
Excellent. Thank you so much, Brent. I really appreciate it.
Thank you. Have a blessed day.
You too. Hello. Just kind of farting around looking at stuff. So I'm fine. Thank you.
You're just checking out the building?
Yep, I've never been here before.
Are you from here?
Nope. I've been to Nevada a couple of times. I know that I need to pronounce it Nevada instead of Nevada. Yeah.
Nevada, exactly. Yeah.
But I like checking out public buildings and seeing what they about. Wow, that is cool.
And it's all the land history back to 1855.
That is pretty cool.
It is actually very cool. The marriage records back to 1855 as well. So we're back in the corner, and the rest of the marriage license are up here.
Cool. And so, like, I guess the numbers, it's chronological, but it's not by year. It's just by when the book's full.
Right. I mean, it kind of is by year, but they're not alphabetical in there. They're chronological inside the books.
Right.
These are all mortgage books over here, and everything along that wall, all the way back around here, underneath here. Those are all the land deed records, deeds, quitclaim deeds, releases, oil and gas leases.
Neato. Is it cool if I grab one and open it, or?
Yeah. I actually want to look at it here. I'm going to show you a really cool one.
Okay.
Get my experience about me. It says chattel mortgage. Chattel book. I should have this memorized. Where's that? That's kind of cool. This is where they borrowed money against their horses or
Oh, really?
cows or anything. Yeah, it gives you names of the cows, what weight they weighed, and everything. But this was like personal property mortgages, so they would.
Back when penmanship mattered.
Exactly.
Oh wow, this is
yeah,
fancy.
people now couldn't even read it. So yeah,
Right.
Yeah.
Do they still teach cursive?
My daughter just graduated, and she knows a little bit of cursive, but she is not. She probably knows more from coming up here and looking through the old books than she learned in school.
Oh really? Wow, this is so cool. Were these like these aren't original papers though, right?
Yes.
Are
Yep,
they
these
are?
are original, yes.
Wow, they're in such good condition. That's crazy.
The set of books over here don't really get used as much. We're trying to get as much scanned and indexed back in the system so they don't have to be touched. All the old indexes we have, those are everything's by grantor, grantee, which is buyer seller, and that's what all the old books over there. And we have all those in the computer, so they don't have to be touched anymore. So it saves there.
It's funny. So my dad lives here. I live on the West Coast, and I moved back to take care of him full time.
Oh,
And I'm
perfect. Who's your dad?
Lane McDonald. It's out in Appleton City.
So
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
I have a niece that lives up by Appleton.
I had to buy a part for our washer, so I had to come out
perfect. So you
here.
get to come to Nevada. Well, that's okay. It's a neat building to get to come and visit. It's very cool.
Yeah, I love. There's the old town squares around so many of these
it's
small
beautiful.
towns.
Oh.
But but then it's been really weird because my dad's got a farm, and I'm going through all the way you guys do property taxes with the
Yes.
assessor, and
Yes.
we're paying for your cars
Yes.
every year, and
Yes.
having to list all your pigs by like how big and old they are, and I'm just like, what is this nonsense?
Okay, honestly, I live on a little farm, and it's like, I'm not gonna put my chickens on there. I'm sorry, my chickens are for me. It's like, I'm not gonna pay taxes on my chickens.
Yeah, it's pretty wild.
Yeah, no, they break. We have a lot of Amish and Old Order Mennonite. So, I mean, we have a lot of chicken houses, big chicken farms. So, I think those are the people that should have to list their inventory on their chickens, and pigs. I mean, honestly, because that's like we have a lot of Smithfield, Murphy, Avengers and stuff. We have a lot of big hog production.
Yeah, that I can understand, but it's like if you got like one potbelly pig you have in the house as a pet or something.
Yeah, no, I agree completely.
2 head milk cows.
Yeah,
We're thinking about
very
getting us a milk
cool.
cow here pretty soon. We'll see how that goes.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, no, we drink that much milk, but I am not going to milk a cow twice a day.
Yeah. I don't know what I'm getting myself into, but I like the idea of making my own butter.
Oh no, I would love to, and I would love it. But you should just go to one of the old Amish Mennonites or Old Order Mennonites and buy milk from one of their stores. I mean, that's what I've done a couple times and made butter. My youngest daughter loves fresh milk, so.
Yeah, it's hard to beat. Well, and I kind of came to Missouri growing up over the years, and one year my parents went to Europe and left me with the neighbors to work on their farm for the summer, which
that was kind of cool. You probably enjoyed that.
Kind of cool, but at the time I was like, I want to go to Europe.
Exactly. Yeah.
But I learned a lot, and it was really cool. They had a dairy cow, and I got so addicted to that milk, and then I tried to get like non-homogenized milk because it's all homogenized.
Exactly.
It's you can't
No.
get it. Although
There's a couple of places that do.
So until I moved to Oregon, and Oregon, Washington, you can buy it in tons of grocery stores.
Seriously?
They have non-homogenized milk in the old school glass and everything.
Well, that's what the old. I mean,
and they're
Mennonite
actually
stores and
cheaper.
stuff-
It's
Oh,
actually
yeah,
cheaper than
completely.
like
the Mennonite
normal
stores
brands.
do have it because seriously, I bought it 2 or 3 times and made butter. So,
Yeah. Oh wow.
Yeah, I mean,
I never thought of making butter with it.
there's one up through over by Walker, north of Walker by Fairhaven. There's a little store over there, and there's a lot of places that have fresh milk.
Do they have to pasteurize it?
You know, I don't know,
I think by law they have to, but they probably don't.
but I wonder if.
Because I know like all raw milk is illegal in the States, right? Because like, I know like I went to Amsterdam and they have like raw milk cheese.
Seriously?
And you can't, and you're technically not allowed to bring it back to the States. You have to like hide it.
Stupid.
Yeah, it's really stupid. Well, I get I think pasteurization is important, but like if you want to have raw milk, you should be able to have that
whatever
choice.
you want. That's exactly
Right,
right.
yeah.
My grandparents, they had a milk cow when I was a kid. We always had fresh milk.
So don't make poop illegal, and that's not good to eat.
Yeah.
You know,
But
you
they
make
use
the choice not to eat
They used
it.
it to put it on the pastures and stuff.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Yeah, I know.
I almost forgot these. Well, thank you so much for the little tour. That was super cool. I love old documents like
No,
that.
it is. It's very neat. And we're lucky. We have a beautiful building. So they're working on it right now, so it's not as gorgeous as it should be.
Yeah, I saw downstairs they're doing some painting and whatnot.
Yes, they're getting there. We had a lot of the gutterings and stuff leak through the walls, so we had some water damage inside. Well, that's been 4 years since they did it. It was supposed to be 2 years.
Remodels always go over budget, over time. Yeah.
This was actually a grant, so it was nice. So.
Okay, cool. Well, thanks, Shelly. I'm Kyle, by the way. It's nice meeting you.
You too, sir. Have a great time to take care of your dad.
I sure will.
Hi.
Hello.
Can I help you with anything?
Just looking around. Okay, I had some questions about the voter bill of rights.
Okay.
I'm new to the state, and so I guess I'm not used to going to a poll place. It's very strange to me. So if I go, because I've always done voting by mail, and so when you go to a polling place, and let's say it's like not the one you're like designated to, like you can still vote? You just
cannot vote there.
It said something about a provisional ballot.
Yeah, so there are provisional ballots. So what it is that that's not your polling location, but you actually insist on voting there. We can allow you to vote there, but it's going to come back here, and we're going to compare signatures.
Okay.
And we're going to make sure that you're eligible to vote.
Yeah, I know.
At your registered polling location.
Right, because like my cousin recently moved, and she hadn't changed her address, and so she couldn't come to my polling place. She's like, I'm registered in this county, and I was at a loss. I'm like, how could you not be able to vote if you're registered to vote? So what you should have done is gone with me to my polling place, which is a different county than when she's registered, and then she'd be able to fill out a provisional ballot and still be able to vote.
Not within the county. No, so you can, if you are a registered voter in the state of Missouri, you can transfer your address that day. Now, if you're already a registered voter, you can transfer your address. And you can vote on that day. But if it's not in the right county, they're not going to give you a ballot. You have to be in your correct county in the state of Missouri.
Wow.
Because that's the only way, because, the registered voters of each county in the state of Missouri that's where you vote, that's in the county. Now, if you've transferred counties, you can transfer your address that day, and we can give you a provisional.
Can they do that like at the polling place? Or do you have to go down to like your county courthouse?
They will have to fill out, we have a change of address form that all of our poll workers fill out.
Okay.
And so if someone needs to change their address, they can do that. They can fill out the paperwork at the polling location. That comes back here on election night, and then we change your address and we'll verify it.
Okay.
And then your vote counts as long as you were a registered voter before the date. If you are not,
Right, and you guys just update the address
Correct.
because you've already been registered.
So we won't deny you the right to vote, but we will have to have you fill out paperwork for sure.
Okay, all
Yeah.
right. Interesting. It's very strange.
And we do not do, the only way we do vote mailed ballots is if you are a permanent absentee and you stay at home. You're incapacitated.
Oh, it's not like, what if I was like traveling at the time
If
of
you're
the
traveling,
election?
you could request an absentee ballot.
Okay.
You can request an absentee ballot, then we send you the application. You have to sign it and return it, and then we will send you the ballot. We only have certain days that we can, it's 6 weeks before the election, and then we can't, like for this last election, March 20th was the absolute last day that we can send out a ballot, because we have to have time for the turnaround.
Right.
So yeah, if you know you're gonna be out there ahead of time, you can call and we can do an absentee ballot. That's not a problem, but you have to apply for it each time.
Right.
Because we're going to verify that you're still alive and you're still where you're at.
Can I apply before the 6 week mark?
You can. We have the safe at home. We have the
Because like
vote
for
at
instance,
home.
I'm going to Europe in the fall. I don't think I'll be here in November to vote.
Okay, well, and if that's the case, then you'll have to make sure that you plan way in advance so that we can send it to wherever you're at, because you have to remember overseas takes longer. So
so that I wouldn't necessarily get an absentee ballot in my house here at home.
you could.
And then just send it in before I leave.
Or
I can't send it in early.
You can't do that until we have absentee voting open.
Okay.
We cannot give you an absentee ballot until absentee voting opens. It is against the law.
Which is like how much?
It's 6 weeks before the election.
Okay, so 6
weeks
like
before
a
the
month
election.
before the election.
Whatever you have, you need the absentee ballot. Whatever
Cool.
absentee
Yeah.
voting,
So it's like
send
a.
it to your home.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
And
so
you
I
can also
do
come
it
up
quickly.
here and vote absentee. You can come into the office and vote absentee 6 weeks ahead of time. We have
Okay.
the machine set up in the voting booths ready to go, so you can do it in-house as well. But
Okay.
it takes planning, for sure.
Cool. And that's
That is
some
the
more
safe at
little
home,
info.
or that's the vote from home information.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you so much. Yeah, it's just very, very weird to me.
Yeah. No, well, and see, Missouri tries to have safe and secure elections. That's why we require your signature every single time we send one out.
Right. Well, it's the same thing. Like, so in Oregon, they have mail-in voting, and you have to sign your ballot, and it has to match your DMV, like, or whatever you have on record.
Mm-hmm. And see, if you're not incapacitated, we usually require a notary.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Huh.
You have to get it notarized in order for it to be mailed in.
Okay. That's funny stuff. It's funny because like my signature is a smiley face, and so I find signature is a very silly way of confirming someone's identity. But I get it. It's like a legacy thing, right? Like there's so much better electronic stuff you can do online. Like when you're doing your credit card stuff, they make sure that's secure.
Yes, but it's one of those that we don't allow. The only online voting that we would ever do is if we have somebody in the military that's overseas that's in a combat zone.
Okay.
That's the only time you can come in through a portal.
Okay.
So,
Cool. Well,
yeah.
thanks for all those wonderful answers to my questions. I appreciate it.
You're very welcome.
Okay. Have a good one.
You too.
Questions about what? No restriction signs here. Oh, and it's locked. Library's closed. Yeah, it says it's a law library, right?
Right there?
Yeah. Is it open to the public to like check out books and stuff?
I don't think you can take the books out, but
Oh.
you're welcome to go in there and read them.
Okay. The door is locked.
Yeah, I can unlock it for you.
Okay, cool. That's what I meant by check out, is like physically look at it, not take it home and start highlighting it. Awesome.
There you go.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
State v. Lamb. Knowingly uttering and passing a forged check that he appealed. Evidence was sufficient to sustain conviction. There's no procedural error. Judgment affirmed. Take a hike, Lamb. Cooper v. School District of Kansas. Restrained by injunction, school district and its secretary and directors from certifying to the county clerk that 2/3 of the qualified voters in the district approved a tax increase. Thank you. Truman. Request for access to. To respond to all requests for access to or copies of a public record. Suite 6.